Hello everybody, this is Andy, and welcome to episode 18 of Multiblock Madness. I know I said we're in the hump right now. I kind of feel like I've just passed the hump for some reason. I feel good about this right now. I don't know why, but I feel pretty good about it. How do I make this? Basic assembling machine, takes 1 billion years, but we need liquid nitrogen, which requires centrifuge, super cooling. Yeah, we're probably not going to get a shape guard for a while, but we can get some work done. Next things next, let's make a crystallizer and a cutting machine. So it's now time to get rid of the other assembling machine. I've already broken it down. It looks like it went into that chest for some reason, as things have been doing recently. But we can just shove this into the normal item. Is this what? Yeah, it's fine. We'll shove this into the normal item input. I can actually make this a big IMI interface. That'll make me probably happier. And I can place it underneath so we can be cool and hide some things. And it goes in here, of course. Okay, so still weird things going on in this world. Not entirely sure why, but you know, it's fine, I guess. Let me connect this up, and I will shove all of these bad boys into here. Alright, everything should be hooked up. There's a zombie that's angry at me somewhere around here, but you know, that's perfectly fine. What we should see is this thing should be crafting 10 advanced circuits, and it should be pretty quick. It should get input items in here. Can this not be made in an advanced assembling machine? Cannot be. Okay, interesting. That appears to be the only recipe that has changed, so I went ahead and fixed it. It's now using like sodalite and something, and make me 10 of these. Hopefully that will work. It's still a valid recipe in the ME system because it's just hidden. It can still be used in the assembling machine, but we're not supposed to have an assembling machine, so, you know. Not enough energy. Oh. It's not receiving enough energy. So it's never finishing a craft, it looks like. It crafted 2. Alright, so there's another problem. This is just the, updating issues. This silicon recipe has been changed, which means we can no longer use it. I need silicon wafers from Advanced Rocketry and silicon boules from Quantum Minecraft Dynamics. That means I need to make a crystallizer and a cutting machine. So let's pivot back, I guess, and make those things. I guess it's not pivoting back, I just pivoted slightly to upgrade the speed of my thing, but we can't do that anyway. I'm going to need to make 2 each of these, but I think we'll be able to manage that. Alright, and now after literally 1 million years of crafting, not literally, but like 25 minutes, that's basically 1 million years, I now have everything in here for the crystallizer and the cutting machine. Okay, so this is how we set this one up. I'm not going to make you watch this, and I'm just going to set it up. Okay, here should be the crystallizer. Nope, never mind. I forgot to put these guys on. Here should be the crystallizer. I messed something up. And here we go. For some reason, the input is on the opposite side compared to the other machines. I don't know why you do that. This is a titanium coil. Anyways, I know this one's correct. This is the cutting machine. As you can see, it is formed. Let's turn it on, and I just need to give it some RF and it should be good to go. Let me figure out what's going on with this guy. Okay, so it appears there is an update that I don't have, because I updated just slightly before this next update came out, that fixes this quest. Apparently in the current version that I'm on, this quest has the wrong items, and therefore is not working. So I'm gonna have to go update my quest book really quickly, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Apparently we need a fluid output hatch and a fluid input hatch, and now this thing should form. Alright, perfect. Weird that it was wrong, but whatever, I guess. And now we can just hook these up to the things that we need to hook them up to. Okay, everything should be connected now, and I have made 10 circuits. to make sure it works. And that means our next step is to try and complete some more quests. I think what that's going to look like is probably get black holes and then maybe try and make a digital miner. Let's go ahead and check the recipe for this thing. Okay, so we'll have to make singularities. Teleportation cores, I'm sure, are absolutely terrible. We might be getting into lazy AE too soon. Osco glass could be something we get into soon as well. Gains grains of vibrancy, actually not that bad of a recipe. Warp stones, actually not that bad of a recipe. I do need ender pearls at some point. I've just been killing endermen for them. Yeah, this really isn't that bad. So maybe I'll get a digital miner going, but maybe I'll also just kind of wait on it and we can go this way. As it appears, we have a little bit of another rabbit hole to dive into. I need this precision laser etcher to make advanced circuit plates. We already have everything else available to us or craftable to us to make these advanced circuits to make the matter condensers, which requires 2 of them. There is no chance that I just have a couple of these laying down from chests. Nope, doesn't appear so. So we're going to need to do this, and we're going to need to do it anyways to get further into advanced rocketry. So that's probably just the way it's gonna have to be. Alright, so we need to make some empowered Restonia, which requires 4 things: the advanced alloy ingot, an enriched alloy, some TNT, and some fluxed aqua chow. This was the hardest part because, you know, I had to go find all these things, and I also had to make the energetic infuser, but I had 2 spare machine frames for some reason just laying around, so quite easy to make. And we begin the process just like this, and I don't think it's actually going to take very long since we can send a lot of power into this thing all at once. And there we go, the empowered redstone crystal block, Restonia crystal block, and then I just need to make this. I need to put a recipe in for that. I realize now that I probably didn't need to update my game just at that moment. I could have just used the hollow projector, but it's too late now, and I am going to use the hollow projector here. Is that enough space? That should be enough space to make the precision laser etcher. Alright, so this thing is placed down now. I realize another thing. If I need any more tungsten steel, I have just enough to make this matter condenser, but if I need any more tungsten steel, I'm gonna have to set up a fluid transposer with gelid cryothium, which requires me to kill blizzes, and ugh, so much work. Rather than doing that, I'm just going to push that off for another time, and you know, make the matter condenser just like that. And that was actually an incredibly fast crafting recipe, weirdly enough. So what we need to do now is we need to make some it's gone in here. We need to make some very, very, very good, what are they called? Pipes from mechanism? Yeah, what are they called? Pipes? Pipes from mechanism, and then pump a ton of water into here. Actually, never mind, we can just place it directly next to one of these fluid laser relays, and it will pump 2 billion buckets of water into it every single tick, which basically means I make singularities that fast. I don't think we're going to have any issue with singularities in this pack. This is pretty cool. I'm just going to pull out, like, I don't know, a couple of stacks for now, and try not to forget that I put this over here in the future. Alright, a little while later, I've done a bunch of crafting, set up this temporary empower system. I moved it from over there to over here because this is where it seems like all the multi-blocks are going for the moment, and it just seemed kind of right. So we need emeradic crystals in the center. Let's put a hopper on there and put those in there. Lime crystal, lime plastic, oh man. Lime plastic glow box in one side. XP infused glowstone on another side, some fluxed phytogrow on another, and vibrant crystals on another, and that should begin the crafts. Perfect. I'm making 8 of them because we're probably going to need a bunch of litherite, and these are used in the crystallizer with mana dust to make litherite. Okay, I've figured out where to go next. The obvious step of where to go next is to the iridescent altar and then all the way up to mana dust. However, I I think we need to take a moment, take a step back, and try and solve some of the issues that we're having. One of the main ones we're having is that I just don't have a lot of items because at some point I never decided to make a vanilla mob farm or just any type of mob farm. I think that's mostly because there is no drop of evil in this pack, as you can see, which makes mob farms just so efficient and so easy to make. So what I want to do is I picked out 10 simulation chamber models that I like to run. I'm going to need 10 simulation chambers, 10 loot fabricators, and we're going to need to fully automate polymer clay, which we can do using iron and universal binder. We have effectively infinite grains of infinity with my thing down there. It's been running for forever and has literally tens of thousands of grains of infinity in them. If we can get all of this going, we can let them run, build up a bunch of resources that we probably need, and then eventually get on to the mana dust and stuff, because we are going to need all different types of elemental stuff for the mana dust as well as blazes. So I'm thinking of it, I'm actually going to need 13, or wait, I'm going to need 12 because I'm going to need 3 thermal elemental data models. I'm going to spend some time, I'm going to gather some resources, I'll probably go kill some mobs and get these data models actually made, and then I'll be right back. We can continue on with the pack. Alright, ignore the angry zombies, it's dark outside I'm pretty sure, and listen to me because we have something to talk about. First things first, in our long line of things that we have to do, this might not be accomplished this episode, just like kind of accept that, because this is a big project and it's going to be very important for us going forwards that we get this kind of stuff done, because we're moving into late game. We want to make sure everything else before the late game is basically just done and dusted and perfect. So what I'm doing here is I'm making some arcane stone so we can make basically infinite blank slates, which are useful in both crush slates and other types of slates, but we also need that for something. What do we need that for? We need that for a bunch of runes and stuff for crafting. That's what this is for. This is not something that's super important for like this very moment, but it's probably something we'll want to do at some point anyways, so let's get it done now. I am going to spend a couple minutes setting this stuff up, and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. I think it's working. This is a lot of complicated looking wiring. I think it looks complicated because it's super messy. That's on me, whatever. I haven't played in a couple of months, and I'm never going to see this, so it's literally fine. I believe it takes 1 minute to turn the ashen stone into arcane stone, so we have a timer here for 1 minute and 1 second. That gets sent to the breakers first with 0 delay. We have a 10-tick delay over here to send it to the placers, so all the breakers should have time to break the blocks, and once the blocks are broken, they will go up into the little guy up there, the basic storage drawer that holds arcane stone and crafts a slate. Ooh, look, a shooting star. Nice. Anyways, this chest is for ashen stone to get sent around into these placers, and yeah, that's the system. Once again, it looks more complicated than it is. You could probably make it yourself. See, it just worked perfectly. Okay, I talked for long enough that it replaced itself and we got to see it. Wonderful. Okay, that's that. Alright, I am over here next to our rock hounding stuff. The rock hounding stuff is just right here. There's the rest of our base, just so you kind of know where stuff is. I always find that I like knowing where stuff is, especially as the base starts to get bigger when I'm watching videos, so I assume you guys might like to know as well. Anyways, this is where we're going to do all of our simulation chamber stuff. Simulation chamber stuff. On this side of the line, right here, we are going to produce the polymer clay. And we need to generate gravel, sand, and clay to do that, plus set up ender chests on black in order to transfer our grains of infinity around. And on this side, we'll just have all of the simulation chambers and loot fabricators just set up. So a while ago I had made this system. I pulled some stuff up to make it. I don't think I've said that yet. If I did, I'm sorry. Anyways, since I made that system, there have been some changes. I now have to use coarse dirt in order to get clay, because if I use dirt, it gives me wet mud. So I have a ton of this. For some reason, it prefers this recipe over the, where is it? Over the 2-bucket recipe, probably because this one is basically always available. So yeah, whatever. Coarse dirt, clay. Clay is being shoved into here, and now we are producing all of these things infinitely. All right, and there we go. That's an infinite source of universal binder. Once things sort of back up, it appears as though I'm not producing enough gravel. We're kind of stuck on gravel right now, but that's okay. All right, a bit more crafting later. I've made an induction smelter, an auto crafter, and another auto crafter in order to make the polymer clay, just like that. The iron over here is being made by iron essence, which we have infinite of thanks to our seed, and this stuff's being made infinitely over here, as you know. We're gonna run out of universal binder eventually, but that's okay, because eventually we will backlog on everything, and we should be producing polymer clay at least as fast as we need it, almost definitely. We're producing 4 every like couple of seconds. That should be good enough. And now, I hate to do this to you guys, but I've been recording this episode for like 4 hours. Things have just been taking a lot of time during this episode, and I'm trying to keep my recording sessions around 3 to 4 hours for each video. Kind of cool that you guys get to know that, so you guys can kind of know how much progress you can get done in about that amount of time. Maybe it was longer than 4 hours. I've been recording this in little chunks throughout the day. So I think it's time to call it a day there. Next time we'll come back. We will get these things up and running and hopefully get to the void ore miner tomorrow, because then we can let it run overnight and get a bunch of ores that we need and eventually upgrade it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe leave a like or something. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.